Hello traders, my name is Tomasz Wiśniewski. I'm a chief analyst in Alpari Research and Analysis, and this is daily analytical report where I will show you what is going on the markets, and we'll try to look for decent trading setups. As you can see, I have three occasions for you now, because I tend to delete rest of the charts at the beginning of the week, and I like to start afresh, and this is actually what we are doing now. So we are starting this week afresh with new setups. Those three that I have open now are those instruments that I have open trades for. So I do have a long position for American dollar to Japanese yen. I do have a position on euro to Australian dollar, and I do have a position on Swiss franc to Japanese yen. But okay, let me start with those. So American dollar to Japanese yen broke this upper line of the symmetric triangle formation. Then they defended this line with candles with long tails here, and also they created inverse head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head and right shoulder. The price went higher, broke the neckline, broke the horizontal resistance here, and then went higher. Then the price entered the correction stage. I entered with a long position after this hammer. But now I'm on loss. The price is going down. But the thing is that it is still, situation is still good. Why? Because that's a flag. Flag is a trend continuation pattern, so it should result with an upswing. Also, we are above the major trend line, as you can see here. Connection point, another. As long as we stay above this line, the sentiment is positive. Also, there is another support here. My stop loss is under this line, so I do not wait for this purple line. My stop loss is somewhere here. It's pretty close. Now I'm between the stop loss and entry point and stop loss, so it may result with a loss, but I do not worry about that, because the entry was very technical and I respected the technical analysis, and I'm waiting for the price to go higher. So we are above the major resistance. We do have a bullish formation and another bullish formation, so everything looks good for an upswing. Next one, perfect trade, absolutely perfect trade, is on euro to Australian dollar. You know this pair because for many weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, we were inside of the sideways trend, rectangle, support, resistance. The price at the end of the last week broke the lower line of this pattern and then went lower. Then we had a typical correction, and then downswing again, caused by the hawkish statement from the Reserve Bank of Australia. Now the price is stopping on an important horizontal support here, but with this momentum the price should go lower, because many traders are waiting for this breakout. And once we see that this breakout is legitimate, so it's not a false breakout, not every, but a lot of traders just open short position here, waiting for the movement towards the red area. I opened my position somewhere here. Stop loss was I think somewhere here, and I'm waiting for the drop for 400 pips, which is a great risk to reward ratio. And additionally, you have positive swaps here, so it's a good trade for carry trading. And this trade is already protected by stop profit order. I'm on break-even point, so I would just keep this position open like forever, for a few weeks, for a few months, if I will be able to do this, because I have positive swaps and I can just keep it opened. On a weekly chart, you can see long-term support here. If we will have a scenario of this head and shoulder pattern, the price should go here. Let me change the color. The price should go here, then here, and then here. That would be absolutely perfect if I would be able to see this. So once I'm on break-even point, I'm not interested in intraday movements. I will just squeeze this position like a lemon. So if I open here, I'm looking for like 1,500 pips drop in the long term, and still every night I will have additional few dollars, few euros to my account because of the positive swaps. So I'm looking for something like this. Maybe I will even like double up my position once we will have a comeback here and a bearish pattern here. Who knows, maybe I will do this. Another pattern, another trade is on Swiss franc to Japanese yen, which also is good for carry trading, but every night I get less dollars, less pips, because the difference between interest rates in Swiss franc and Japanese yen is much lower than in euro to Australian dollar. In euro is 0, Australian dollar is 1.5. I also get positive swaps from American dollar to Japanese yen, as we know. So all those trades are good for curve trading. This one is the worst from this, but you still get positive swaps. And it's also awesome in the long term, because the main setup that I can see here is on a weekly chart. So we got a double top formation here, left, first top, second top. And this double top formation had a horizontal support here, then we got a breakout, then test of this support as a resistance. First one shooting star, second one shooting star last week. Also we are below 38.2 Fibonacci, also we are in a wedge pattern. Everything points south. So this week we should see the breakout of the lower line of the wedge and a further drop. And it's also a great trade in terms of the risk to reward ratio. Here is the first support. The price should aim this line or those lows, but eventually we should get a breakout and a further drop towards those lows. So this looks really awesome, and I'll try to have those trades open as long as possible. I won't close them prematurely because of those swap points, especially on Wednesday. You get swaps 3 times bigger than usual because of the weekend. So it is always welcome to keep those positions open through every Wednesday, if possible, obviously. So that's it. I was waiting for those, especially for this one. Like I was waiting for this for a few weeks. I spotted this sideways trend somewhere here, even a head and shoulder pattern. I think I entered even with a short position here, which ended up on a stop loss or on break-even point. And then finally, boom. I seldom open trades on Friday, but I saw this and I couldn't resist, and that was a great call to open a position there. And as you can see, every trader, reversal, correction, reversal, drop, correction, drop. So this is awesome, and I'm looking forward for the further drop on this instrument. Here. This is one of the best trades currently on the market. Obviously it can fail, like the buyers can reverse on this uptrend line very close to here. Boom, boom, upswing, bounce, upswing. Everything can happen, but I keep my fingers crossed for the further drop. Like we can stop on this neckline, maybe small bump and then breakout, but this looks really really good, especially like on a weekly chart as well. Left shoulder, head and right shoulder, as you can see. This is absolutely great because the right shoulder on the weekly chart has also a head and shoulder pattern. So in the long term, it can be really, really sweet deal. Like here, 1,800 pips. So this is the situation on those three instruments. Now we need to look for more trading setups. So that's why I'm sorry, and that's why I show all. I remove all the instruments and I start afresh every week to find new, to have a clear look, fresh look on the instruments. As you can see, upswing on Australian dollar caused by the statement is seen not only on euro to Australian dollar, where actually we have a downswing, but on every pair with Australian dollar. Here we do have the sideways trend. It also will be a great trading occasion, but we are still inside of the sideways trend, so we have to wait for the breakout. But also I would love to trade it. The best would be to trade it to the upside because of the swaps. But here the pair is inside of this symmetric triangle here, and we're waiting for the breakout. So I'm gonna remove it because it's not gonna happen now. Australian dollar to American dollar also, here is a sideways trend, here boring one, and we are waiting for the breakout either to the upside or to the downside. Breakout to the downside would be better, it would be in line with this situation, so downswing, flag, downswing. Breakout to the downside is more probable, like breakout here, flag, downswing, rectangle, downswing. That would be perfect to see this. But also I'm not gonna leave it here because it's probably it won't happen. Now, euro to Canadian dollar. That was a great trade which we spotted here. Unfortunately I didn't enter this position, but maybe no, I won't re-enter this. We have a breakout of the uptrend line. That's a strong sell, but the thing is that the price is too low for me to enter. Also, left shoulder, head and right shoulder, neckline. That can be potentially a very good sell still. Euro to Swiss franc. Here we are also right last week about the potential sell. Now the price is reversing because the price met horizontal support. So it's a good place for a bounce here, here, here. So there is no longer proper sell signal on this instrument. Euro to British pound. Okay, we may assume that this is a triangle, and we do have a buy signal here, but I wouldn't buy ahead of very close to this resistance. No, I don't think it's the best idea in the world to buy when the price is below such an important resistance. Euro to Japanese yen. Flag, downswing, reversal. No, I don't see anything interesting here. Euro dollar, obviously. Euro dollar, beloved instrument. We all know about this symmetric triangle. we all know about this horizontal resistance, and we all know about this horizontal support. So the price now is bouncing from a horizontal support. No surprise here that we do have this, because once that lower green line will be broken, we will get a super strong long-term sell signal on euro dollar. Actually, let me adjust this to the current situation. Yes, that contact with this line was more than sure. We were expecting that, and now we do have a typical correction. Let's check the potential targets for this correction. So those lows, those highs, 38.2, that looks like potentially a very good occasion place to sell. I think that many traders will try to sell on this blue line. They will try to reopen short position. In the long term, price breaking green line will be the end of an upswing for the American dollar. So this is the situation on this, the most popular instrument. British pound to Australian dollar. And then shoulder formation, left shoulder, head and right shoulder. Breakout of the uptrend line. So that is a sell, but I'm not gonna enter this because obviously I have a long position on Australian dollar already. British pound to Canadian dollar, you know, that was painful because I expected that, I traded that, but I got stop loss. Again, let me remind you, I opened here, stop loss here, and I would already have 4 to 1. So yes, but anyway, sometimes it happens, and that's a good lesson. And the price is going down and should continue to go down, at least to this uptrend line here. British pound to Swiss franc, this is a good one. Uptrend line. Is being tested right now. Horizontal support is being tested. Well, we had a breakout. Let's say we had a breakout. There is another support, which is here, and the price should eventually get to this lower blue line. Downswing, flag, breakout, downswing. So this is the current outlook on British pound to Swiss franc, that we should get a breakout and movement towards the lower blue line. I'm sorry, we are back. 1 2 1 2. Yes, I think you can hear me well. Okay, British pound to Japanese yen. Yeah, there is a better sell signal here. Breakout of this uptrend line. Well, I think those two signals are more or less the same. British pound to Japanese yen. I'm sorry, British pound to American dollar. Channel down formation. Unfortunately, with this kind of pattern in a downtrend, I saw many breakouts to the upside, so I'm not gonna like enter a short position here and then long here. For me, channel down in the downtrend, which is interesting, are not the best patterns to trade, because I fear of a breakout to the upside, which tend to happen. So here is, that's a very beautiful channel down formation. The price should bounce from this from this upper line, but I'm not gonna enter this position. I don't think it's a good occasion. New Zealand, as you can see, I don't have many patterns left. I don't think that there are good trading occasions now on the market. Luckily I have those three. Here is a falling wedge, which also is which is a potential risk to the upside. Here, in my opinion, the price can break this line and climb higher. New Zealand dollar to the American dollar, that is a good one, and I'm gonna keep it because it's potentially a very interesting trade. Because we broke this horizontal support, which are marked with a blue color, and you know it's important. And price created a symmetric triangle, and also look at what the price created at the end of the symmetric triangle, which is head and shoulder formation, left shoulder, head and right shoulder. Here we already tested the neckline as the closest resistance, and now we are testing it again. I think you can hold with a sell order as long as we are above the orange line, but the breakout of the orange line will be a strong sell signal, and strong sell signal in the long term, as you can see here. American dollar to Canadian dollar. Okay, on a weekly chart, why I moved on a weekly chart is because this price is approaching this line, which is crucial for the long-term situation here. So if the buyers want to see the continuation of an upswing, they should see bounce soon. This can be a false breakout actually, and I also had a short position here, guys. That was awesome. And because we had a false breakout above this horizontal support, and now we are above the uptrend line. So price being above the green line is a positive factor, price being below the orange line is a negative factor, price being above the black line is a positive factor. So we are still relatively safe on this instrument, and the price is approaching super crucial area, which is here. If they want to keep the bullish dream alive, they should bounce from this orange line, orange area, because that will be 38.2 Fibo, that will be this upper line of the long-term correction pattern, which is actually a wedge. As you can see here, that's a wedge, upswing, wedge, upswing. That's what we should see, but for this we need to see a bullish pattern on the orange area. American dollar to Swiss franc, we had a bit of roller coaster here recently. On a daily chart, it is still without a result, because we do have this horizontal resistance. We do have this dynamic support. So actually that is a ascending triangle pattern, which should result with a further upswing. but as you can see, the price couldn't really decide. Like last week, started badly, finished well, more or less on the same levels, the same here. So choppy market, not the best for trading. Australian dollar to Canadian dollar is another instrument. Here we can see that the price is on a long-term horizontal support here. Breakout can be very negative, but I wouldn't bet a lot of money on that, so not interested here. Australian dollar, Swiss franc. We should see a breakout to the downside, but the price is in a long-term symmetric triangle pattern. Here and here. Symmetric triangle, breakout to the upside, buy signal, breakout to the downside, sell signal. It's not gonna happen now, so I can leave it. And let me show you the last instrument, which is Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar, where we were expecting a bullish breakout. And it's happening because that's what the technical analysis was telling us. So look at this. First of all, we had this resistance. Then we had this support. Then you can see this. That's a false breakout, and false breakout usually result with the movement in the opposite direction. And that's what happened here. Upswing, correction, upswing. Now the price broke this horizontal resistance here, and that is a strong buy signal on this instrument. Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar is having a strong buy signal, but obviously I'm not gonna enter this because I already have a buy. I already bought Australian dollar on the pair with euro. As you can see, American dollar to Japanese yen is pushing lower. Most probably they will test this line again today. Swiss franc to Japanese yen is having a small congestion on the uptrend, but that's also a negative factor. Why? Look at this. After this uptrend line was established, so here it was tested, fast reversal. Where is fast reversal? No. We don't have a contact, and it looks like the price is just getting ready for a breakout. Once this breakout will happen, that will be an excellent trading opportunity to the downside, which probably will result with a sell signal on this instrument, but it will result with a nice profit on this instrument. So thanks very much for watching Trading Snipe, for watching daily analytical report on Tuesday. I hope you enjoyed this, those trading setups, and I'm sure you will enjoy it for a long time because hopefully they are long-term trading setups. Thanks very much, and in the meantime, visit our Twitter account and our website outparty.news, and don't forget that we have an educational webinar in half an hour about basics of the forex market. So thanks very much, and see you in half an hour.